Quick single. Oh, he's going to have to hurry, and he does, Afif. He was safe going to the keeper's end because he had to pick the ball up and turn around if he wanted to break the stumps where Mahmudullah was running to. And Afif, only later did he realize that he had to get a move on. Would have been safe anyway.
No, but good realization by the keeper, taking his gloves off very quickly, trying to throw the wicket down at the other end. To check that. It surprised him a little bit, the length of the ball, almost turning it into a Yorker.
I think he thought it was going to pitch a little bit shorter in length, and he wanted to get under it to hit it over the onside. And it was a good delivery, ended up really full in the block hole, and because of that, couldn't get under the ball, Mahmudullah.
That's interesting. From Afif Hussain, making room for himself, quite a bit of room. And the bowler tried to follow. Mahmudullah Riyad has been exemplary. Just a couple of boundaries and a six that he hit down the ground that you can see, the red one. But so far, he's garnered all those runs. It's virtually a 360-degree collection of runs. Singles, doubles, and he gets more of that. This time finds a field in the deep. It's been so impressive because you've got to give him credit for the fact that he came in at a very, very difficult time, Tino. Just the way he garnered the runs and built up that partnership, 100-plus partnership with his brother-in-law, Ishfaqur Rahim. Brilliant.
And that wagon wheel just depicts the time that he came in. He wasn't able to get after the bowling, had to start again, build a new partnership with Mushfiqur, which they did well. Last ball of the 46th over. Now Afif Hussain is really struggling to get the ball away. 5 from that over, the 46th, 220 for 5.
কি মনের সাথে শরীর আর তাল মেলাতে পারছে না? চাই গ্ল্যাক্সোস ডি। এর গ্লুকোজ দ্রুত শরীরে মিশে দেয় ইনস্ট্যান্ট এনার্জি। এবার মনের সাথে তাল মেলাবে শরীরও। গ্ল্যাক্সোস ডি, নিমিশেই রিচার্জ।
এনার্জির জন্য আর কত ব্যাকুল, এবার হয়ে যাও কুল। অস্কার প্রিমিয়াম মল্টেড বেভারেজ। অস্কার, ব্যাপারটা কুল।
গ্রামীণ ফোন 4G যার, দুনিয়াটা হাতে তার। সম্ভবের 50-এ এই স্বপ্নগুলোর পাশে আছে দেশ জুড়ে সবচেয়ে বেশি 4G টাওয়ার নিয়ে গ্রামীণ ফোন।
Four more overs to go here. He exposed his intentions a little too early. He's moving around, that little bit of a trigger movement, trying to catch the eye of the bowler. But all credit to Isiru Udana, but not falling into that trap.
That's well bowled. It's a slow ball bouncer. Your immediate reaction when you see the trajectory of the ball coming out of the bowler's hand as a batsman, and it's shorter in length, is to try and get into position to pull it away as quickly as possible. Once he's rolled the fingers over it as well as he does, it makes it very difficult to slow down your stroke. Again, this one's got a bit of extra bounce. Who gets the bottom edge, and they'll get 1.
Bowling sensibly, bowling with a lot of heart, realizing that the batsmen are going to go for their shots, not going to let any ball go away. So both those slow bounces can be deceptive. Just 108.7 real tennis ball bounce, and that doesn't allow the batsman to use the pace of the ball. Also, the height is not comfortable. It's not below your shoulders. You have to reach for it. In the back of your mind, you want to play it down into the ground. Do not want to take any risks. he must be pondering what they're going to end up with, hoping that Mahmoud Ali Riyad maybe can throw a bit of caution to the wind, get a move on.
I think Mahmoud Ali Riyad may just leave that until the last couple of overs, and we've seen a marked difference in the strike rate since Mushfiqul's gone out into the vacant point area on the boundary, and I think he might be thinking, if I try and go a bit too early here and I get out, then we might struggle. Mohammad Saifuddin probably the next man in on the left, and maybe Mahidi Miraj, who both can strike the ball, but as we've seen on this pitch, you need a bit of time before you can get the ball away.
And he's trying to get the ball away. It's swinging in there. There's a fielder coming underneath that one. Can he get to it? Oh, at the last moment. Despairing effort, a good effort. He run back a long way, but eventually could not latch on.
Danush Tilaka, the fielder. Again, it's the slow ball, and it's done the trick. Now, Afif didn't have the pace to get it over the boundary rope, and that's a valiant effort. You wouldn't have seen it there, but he ran back and kept his eye on the ball the whole time. Tilaka, unfortunately, just out of his reach.
So he's going to ride his luck now, but he played that pretty well. Wide of the fielder, backward point, 4 runs. Excellent shot by Afif Hussain.
Well, it makes the over a good one. And with the ball to go, that boundary, the first for Afif Hussain. And it takes the total on to 228 for 5. That's better. He's cleared the onside field, and that's great work by Nisanka at long on. It certainly saved a couple of runs for Sri Lanka and brings us to the end of the 47. 3 overs to go. Bangladesh 230 for 5.
ভাইয়া বাইরে ভাইরাস আছে, ভয় পাস না, আমি ভাইরাসকে পাম্প র‍্যাপ শুরু করে দেব।
লাইফ বয় লিকুইড হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ কোভিড-19 করোনা ভাইরাস প্রতিরোধে 99.9% এর অধিক কার্যকর, তাই পাম্প রাব লাইফ বয় হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ 100 মিলি প্যাক এখন সাবানের দামে।
প্রাণ টোস্ট এর মচমচে ও সুস্বাদু টেস্ট নিন আপনার রিস্কে।
ডেটল রোগ ফাঁস দেয় 100 রোগবাহী জীবাণু থেকে সুরক্ষা। পরিষ্কার তো ভালোই করেছো আকাশ, নিজেরও আর জীবাণু। আমার ভরসা শুধুই ডেটল সুরক্ষা।
Dhananjay De Silva is possibly going to complete his quota of 10 overs. A couple of wickets for him. And then 2 more left. Wonder who is going to do that. Maybe Chamira. Mahmoud Ali Riyad is going to be on strike, but Afif Hussain got a slice of luck earlier. He's dancing down the wicket. Slow ball almost got him.
Yeah, just out of the reach. Tilaka. Bowled him. It's the man with the golden arm today, Dhananjay De Silva. He gets his 3rd, and Bangladesh is 6th. It looks like they might want to just maybe check a front foot no ball here. I don't think that's the case. Mamdullah will be on his way.
Once again, Abdullah understandably trying to get a move on. Just that length and the pace at which the ball came, 100 Ks, surprised him and went through and hit timber. Good innings finishes for Mahmoud Ali Riyad, 54. He got 230 for 6.
আছি
আলিশা মার্ট বাংলাদেশ শ্রীলঙ্কা হোম সিরিজের গর্বিত টাইটেল স্পন্সর। প্লে, রিল্যাক্স, এনজয়।
স্টিকি অ্যাডিসিন, জোড়া লাগাই সবকিছু।
সবচেয়ে ভালো, সবচেয়ে সেফ, ফার্ম ফ্রেশ চলে আসে সবার আগে খামার থেকে গ্লাসে। তাই ভালো দুধ মানে ফার্ম ফ্রেশ।
খামার থেকে গ্লাসে দিনে দিনে আসে। বেস্ট এভার হার্পিক প্লাটিনাম রেভলিউশনারি অ্যাক্টিভ শিল্ড টেকনোলজির সাথে, যা আপনাকে দেবে দীর্ঘস্থায়ী পরিষ্কার টয়লেট পুরো 100 ফ্লাশ পর্যন্ত। হার্পিক প্লাটিনাম।
Well, the innings is virtually coming to an end. Just 3 more left. Mohammad Saifuddin just upped in the batting order before maybe some mirage, and that's understandable. Just off the two, you'd think that Saifuddin has got the longer levers, and he tends to hit the balls pretty hard. But this is the end of Mahmudullah.
He had to try and get a move on, didn't he? Into the 48th over. Oh, and he's hit that straight to the man. And that's why he's got his head in his hands, because that could have been a boundary. Next man in.
Yeah, and Bangladesh will be hoping that these two who are in the middle can carry on till the end of the innings. Afif Hussain is looking more comfortable with his shots now. Moves on to 15 of 16 balls, I think. Yeah, that's right. Saifuddin, now, he's not going to die wandering, I can tell you that. He's going to have a go. There you see him moving around the crease, eventually forced to just tuck it away. Excellent bowling by Dhananjay.
I like that expression. He's not going to die wandering. Does like to club the ball. That's a good delivery. Very good delivery. And a very good over. A wicket in it, just 3 runs from it. 233 for 6.
স্টিকি অ্যাডিসিন, জোড়া লাগাই সবকিছু। করোনা ভাইরাস থেকে বাংলাদেশকে সুরক্ষিত রাখা এখন আপনার হাতে। মাস্ক পরুন, ভ্যাকসিন নিন, 2 মিটার দূরত্ব বজায় রাখুন, আর হাত ধুয়ে নিন লাইফ বয় বা অন্য যে কোনো সাবান দিয়ে। লাক্স, মেরিল, ডেটল হাতের কাছে যা থাকে। ব্রান্ড টোস্ট, এর মচমচে ও সুস্বাদু টেস্ট নিন আপনার রিস্কে।
Two more overs to go. Mohammad Saifuddin elevated in the batting order. Going to be Udana. Rides that pretty well. Reasonably taller than his partner. But this has been good comeback by Udana. Bowled a little awry early on. He's managed to claw it back. He's varied his space very, very intelligently.
He's a specialist at this. Wealth of experience in the T20 format of the game. And very good closing off innings.
Hello, that's going to attract the eye of the umpire. It's a little bit of exercise to say that it's a wide and an extra ball to negotiate. But you know, sometimes these extra balls can go either way. Might turn out to be a boundary, might turn out to be a wicket.
Yeah, well, we've seen a couple of free hits today, actually, and I don't think any have gone for a boundary. But you don't want to be giving opportunities for batters to get some runs, extra runs anyway. Picked up. It's gone wide of the man at fine leg, and he'll get 4. Were you alluding to something?
Well, it was on the cards, wasn't it? Always seems to happen. Somehow, with a little bit of extra ball that gives that extra bit of confidence to the batsman. I'm going to try something different. And the bowler falls prey. And that's what it did down the leg side. Simple matter of whipping it away. And garnering very, very comfortable 4 runs. That's one area he'll have to work on. The lines, the lengths have been reasonable. The pace has been decent. But the lines have been a little tardy from Surudana. So, quickly on to 19 is Afif Hussain, eyeing the fielders, looking for more quick runs. Oh, delectable. Look at the way he went across outside the line of the off stump and swept it. But, well, once again, well done by the fielder in the deep.
There's acres of space on that onside. It's that big boundary that we were talking about. And there's a man at 45 and just backward of square in the circle. Other than that, there's acres of space to the left of the man who's at deep mid-wicket. That's the area there that he was trying to exploit, that last delivery. And that's up in the air. So the man's running in from the cover boundary, so it'll be another single.
Well, you're going to see a bit of that. You're going to see some good shots, interspurts with some risky ones at the back end of the innings. Once again, you'd expect that kind of approach from the batters. Try to get some quick runs in, maybe not timing it on that occasion. Aerial for a while, but safely enough. What can the big hitting Saifuddin do? Sent in early with the sole purpose, get some big runs quickly. He moves around too much for his own comfort. Deflects it off the bat onto the pad.
Saifuddin is one who likes pace on the ball to be able to effect his strokes. And with his suru and his slower ball capabilities, it makes it very difficult for him. No pace on the ball to work with. But this has been a good over for Bangladesh, just what they needed before getting into that last over of the innings. Oh, that is a very good cricket shot. He's got himself into what looked like an awkward position, but he managed to get the boundary. It's a good over, 14 from it. Bangladesh 247 for 6.
আপনার চুল কিভাবে সাজাবেন এটা কে ঠিক করে? ফেটে যাওয়া চুল নাকি ঝরে পড়া চুল? চুলের সমস্যা মানে হচ্ছে চুলের ড্যামেজ। ডাভ এর 1/4 ময়শ্চারাইজিং মিল্ক এবং ক্যারাটিন অ্যাক্টিভ চুলের ভেতর থেকে ড্যামেজ রিপেয়ার করে। নিজের মনের মতো নিজের চুল সাজাও। ডাভ।
দেশি পাকা টমেটো আর সিক্রেট রেসিপির কম্বিনেশনে তৈরি প্রাণ মিনি সস, সসের বস।
That's the last ball of the last over. Look at that cheeky shot. He's so much in control. Moving into position quickly and then sees the length of the ball, decides to go for that ramp over the top. A scoop, a ramp, a lap shot. So many ways of describing that, but all the same result, a boundary. Brilliant shot. Good delivery. Just wide off his reach. Standing his ground and trying to reach for it. Not moving to the line of the ball.
I think Saifuddin will prefer this. Bit of pace on the ball. Good first delivery. Full, wide. And at that pace, if you're a split second slow, that ball is through you.
Shamira just deviating down the leg side and swept away. That's what he'd been waiting for, as you mentioned. Tino is waiting for a bit of pace. He got it, and he got it in the slot, and he whipped it away for a boundary.
That's nicely played. That front leg out the way. Got enough bat onto it to roll into that boundary. That's the shorter side. 60 meters going out that way. Once it was past the inner ring, he's going to trickle into the boundary.
250 has come up. And he goes again. There's a better delivery. Yorker length. You have to be bold at this point of the innings to try and bowl those Yorkers, because 6 inches either way, you're either in for a slot shot or a low full toss.
Now, last time you mentioned something about extra deliveries, and the next one went for 4. It'll be interesting to see if he's going to be 6 inches either of where that one was and what's going to happen. Shamim?
Only can wait and see. Well, almost a full toss, couldn't really time it. Hitting his bat with his gloves. Very annoying for the batsman. Bangladesh will be reasonably happy after the stuttering start, and then the little pause in the middle with fall of quick wickets, getting 252 and 2 deliveries or a low full toss. After the stuttering start, and then the little pause in the he tried to make room for himself, but bowler followed him. They made him just check his shot or a low full toss. After the stuttering start, and then the little pause in the he tried to make room for himself, but bowler followed him. Last ball of the innings is coming up. Check his shot or a low full break. I'm sure everything is going to throw caution to the wind. Go for it. And then the goes into the bag. Doesn't matter if he gets out of it. Last ball of the innings is coming up. Or a low ball break. He goes big time. And it's wide of the field. Go for it. Gets another 4 to finish this innings. That's been a jump. Well done by the Bangladeshis. Last ball of the innings is on 257.6. Goes big time. And it's wide of the field. Gets another 4 to finish this innings. That's been a jump. Well done by the Bangladeshis. Last ball of the innings is on 257.6. Goes big time. And it's wide of the field. Gets another 4 to finish this innings. That's been a jump. Well done by the Bangladeshis. Last ball of the innings is on 257.6. And it's wide of the field. Gets another 4 to finish this innings. That's been a jump. Well done by the Bangladeshis. Last ball of the innings is on 257.6. And it's wide of the field. Gets another 4 to finish this innings. That's been a jump. Well done by the Bangladeshis. Last ball of the innings is on 257.6. And it's wide of the field. Gets another 4 to finish this innings.
And then, of course, the one that made the innings, Mamdullah Riyad and Mushrika, 109 from just 124 balls. It's the 4th time they've shared a 100-run partnership for the 5th wicket for Bangladesh, and that's what set up that 257 for 6.
Bit wayward for Udana, went for runs, and Jamira was impressive, finished with 1 for 39, 3 wickets for the spinner in a score of 10 overs for Dhananjaya De Silva, and a couple, and 1 each for Gunatilaka and Sandakan. Have a look at what transpired today. Tamim Iqbal was on song right from the word go. Struggled a bit with the timing, but this was Riton Das just playing away from his body and getting the outside part of the bat. Some good strokes by Tamim and Shakib, who came in at number 3. Picked up the runs quite well, and eventually I think Shakib was trying to get a move on, just tried to drive one down the ground. There you go. And he couldn't get hold of it. Seemed to have checked his shot somewhat. And it was easily picked up in the deep.
It was an important wicket at that time because he was playing extremely well, Shakib. This was an opportunity for a run out. And Tamim got back in good time. Struggled early on in his innings, Tamim, but he did start to get going. Got a couple of boundaries away. That was one of them. And then that was only 6 of his innings. And then it was Mushfiqur Rahim who came out there and really just was able to rotate the strike and get things going in good time.
That was his 50 moment, brought out the smile, but then this happened. He's moving around too much in the crease, and the bowler kept his cool and speared it in, and it's got leg before. Very next ball. An injudicious shot, to say the least, from Mohammad Mithun. Got him out. He was on a hat-trick at that point in time. Then Mushfiqur Rahim got into his elements. Took his time, played the balls very nicely, used some of the long handle. He reached that milestone very comfortably, along with Mahmoud Riyad. It was a delight to watch the way they got the game back into Bangladesh's half and controlled the innings at that point in time with a wonderful array of shots. Still, this reverse sweep by Mushfiqur Rahim, which got him out.
Yeah, there was a bit of a stutter in the Bangladesh innings after his dismissal. However, young Afif, after the dismissal of Mahmoud Riyad, kept the innings together and got a few boundaries which allowed Bangladesh to close off the innings well. Saifuddin came in at the end, got a couple of boundaries and ensured that Bangladesh got past that 250 mark. Right, so this is what we will need in the second part of this match. 258 for Sri Lanka to win the opening game in the Bangabandhu One-Day International Series.
টেস্ট, ওডিআই এবং টি20
Feet going down the track, one bounce over the fence for 4. Brilliant shot from Mushfiqur Rahim, and that brings up his 50.
Well, we were talking about just 1-6 and 1-4, and he's made that 2 4s. 40th half century in one-day international cricket for that man. He has been a quality performer for the Tigers over the years, and he gets himself to yet another half century. Just 52 balls.
Right now, আমি শ্রাবণা তৌহিদা আপনাদের সবাইকে ওয়েলকাম করছি জিটিভির পর্দায়। বাংলাদেশ ভার্সেস শ্রীলঙ্কার 3টি ওডিআইয়ের মাঝে
257 মিরপুরে আমরা বলছিলাম যে উইকেট সময়
good shot because he's got to the pitch of it
ক্রিকেট টিম খালেদ মাসুদ পাইলট এবং
and
সেই
make sure that
সাথে
he's just
স্পোর্টস
opened